So below there, as I was saying, below there is our website again, agnutritioninternational.com. Please go there when we are done with the presentation, and you'll get a lot more information. And we are guided by 4 core values. Number 1 being excellence. We deliver premium value. Our products meet the highest standard that there is. In fact, here in Kenya, we are certified by KEBS as well as the Poison Board, the Poison and Pharmacy Board certifies our products. So those are the 2 boards that we have in Kenya that certify our board. And of course, out there, we have other bodies that certify our product, the FDA, the European Food Safety Authority, and many, many more from Malaysia and the like. So we do provide outstanding quality products that meet your needs as a customer, as a distributor, everyone. In fact, I will go ahead and say they are second to none. We are guided by integrity. We keep our promises and do business the right way. We know in Kenya, we have a challenge with that sometimes. I won't go into great details about that, but you do know that we do have challenges with doing business the right way. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourselves. Okay. So next, we are guided by teamwork. We work as one company and as one team. So should you choose to come and join us, you will find that there will be someone who will help you in understanding more about the product. You will not be alone. We work as a team. So please come and embrace us if you choose to do so, because the support is there. And we have a winning mentality. Everybody must win. You as a consumer, you must win because the products are going to give you what they promise. As distributors and even as a company, everybody must be a winner. And, before I get into the product, I want us to address ourselves so that we know why is there a place for this product in our life? And we begin by just a simple question. What is sickness? And it is, as you can see there, the state of being ill, or a particular type of disease or illness or disease, or a disordered, weakened, or unsound condition. That is what sickness is. And of course, there's a verse there that I like quoting just a little bit. I won't quote all of it, but you will see in Genesis 1:29-30, it says, "Then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole world, and the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. That will be your food." And of course, he's given the beasts of the earth and the birds, of course, their own food. So we'll see as we go along, what have we done? Now, there are, 2 types of diseases. One is non-communicable disease, and of course, communicable diseases that come from bacteria or viruses. I think that is self-explanatory. And you can see there from Dr. Linus Pauling. He's a PhD, 3 times Nobel Prize winner in chemistry and peace. And he says, you can trace most illnesses from disease and ailments to 3 basic things. Number 1, free radicals, 2, toxins, and 3, poor diet. Because of these reasons, millions of people in this world are carrying a time bomb. The 3 reasons I've mentioned. A medical crisis in their bodies, unaware that soon they will develop prolonged chronic illnesses that could lead to death ultimately. We shall see as we go along. So why do you get sick? The destructive effects of free radicals that cause oxidative stress. And we can see there an example. We are going to take that apple as your cell. A normal cell, you can see it's round nicely, has a proper color as displayed by our green apple. But as free radicals start attacking the cell, you can see that the apple is turning color. It's getting, you can see it looks like the skin doesn't look all nice and rounded. It looks like it has depressions here and there. And of course, as the cell is being overwhelmed by oxidative stress, look at how shriveled it looks like. And below there, you can see the healthy state of a cell The sick cells, the cells that you are carrying when you're, well, of course, there is a disease now, fully attacked by disease. Now, where do these diseases come from? And you can see there, you're seeing a cell being attacked by autoimmune diseases. What are the possible causes and risk factors? And number one there, as you age, as you age between the ages of 15 and 44 and beyond, age often starts between, you start aging between those two years, between those two ages that are there, 15 to 44. And at that point, you can get attacked by these autoimmune diseases. Gender, it has been shown that mostly women tend to get affected by autoimmune diseases. I don't know whether it's because we worry a lot and all that, we are multitaskers. We tend to do so many things at the same time. And that may be working against us. I don't know. Because the environment does affect us. The chemicals, the heavy metals, the infections, and the stress. Stress is a killer, Look at our diet today. We have embraced, here in Africa, we have embraced the Western diet. We had our diet, and we are going to see, what exactly did we do to our diet? What are we eating today? Genetics do play a role. And of course, the vaccines that we now have to be on do affect us. And where do these free radical oxidation, where do these free radicals affect us, or affect our body? And what do they cause? You can see Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, autism, migraines, depression, dementia, and a lot more. That is in the brain. When it comes to the eyes, they are affecting your eyes, macular degeneration, retina degeneration, cataracts, these free radicals that were not there. And what has brought about those free radicals? You see, the air that you're breathing today is not as pure as your forefathers. If you think at the time of your forefathers' time, your great-grandparents, great-great-great-grandparents, there were no industries, there were no cars. So these people were living in this environment where there were trees all over, no pollution. And of course, they wouldn't be having these problems. But today, that has changed. The food that you're eating, you can see along what happens to it. The water you're drinking, we cannot say is as safe as it used to be. So you can see what is happening, even to your lungs. You end up with asthma, cancer. What about your blood vessels? They are hardening. There's hypertension, there's elevated cholesterol. The immunity system is not being left behind, because look at what is happening. HIV, herpes, lupus, and a lot more, colds and flus. The joints, today we are talking about arthritis. It's no longer a shock that anyone has arthritis. From our young children to the old, it has become a normal word to us, because it is so prevalent among us. And of course, you find your organs are also being affected, with diabetes, chronic fatigue. There's so much. What about the skin? You're aging before your time. You find other people with acne, eczema, cancer, and so much more. And the kidneys are also not being left behind. And of course, the heart. The heart works so hard, busy pumping, and it's not left behind when it's being attacked by disease. Heart attack, stroke, blood pressure, and a lot more. So, and what is causing all this? Where are you finding the free radicals when it comes to your food? We're eating a lot of processed meat. In our forefathers' time, these were not there. Today, we live on hot dogs, the sausages, the canned beef, or rather corned beef, and so much more. What about the red meat? Our meat sometimes is linked to, as you can see there, pancreatic and prostate cancers, and because we're eating too much. We are told that, we need to eat between 65 to 100 grams per week, but yourself how much red meat we are consuming. And of course, there is alcohol that is said to be, it has been shown that it can, linking alcohol to mouth, carcinogens can be found from your mouth all the way to your throat, the breast, and all that, and sugary food drinks. There we are with our sodas and our weight gains, obesity, fast foods, processed food, salted fish, too much salt, overeating, because that's how we are living life. We are eating too much, not doing a lot of physical work, and of course, not getting enough minerals. We are having mineral and vitamin deficiencies, and that's our lifestyle. And there's some interesting human facts that I'm just putting out there for you to know that your body is younger than you. No matter how old you are, most of your body is less than 10 years because your cells are always recycling themselves, you know. And what I find very interesting is that every 4 months, or rather every 10 years, your skeleton turns over. You have a new skeleton because of all this regeneration, right? Did you know that every 35 days, your skin replaces itself and your body makes new cells from the food that you eat? You are literally what you eat. That becomes you. And of course, you can see if you're living on the fast foods and all, you can see to my left how you will end up looking. And if you're, consuming mostly what we should be eating, the fruits and vegetables, then there you are with a healthy body. The way, remember the verse I read in the very beginning, where we have been given every tree that has a seed in it and all that. That is how we should be looking, really. Just a few other facts that your blood vessels, actually, if they were laid end to end, they would circle the earth 2.5 times. Imagine. And an individual blood cell takes about 60 seconds to make a complete circuit around your body. So it takes, for one individual blood cell, it takes about a minute to make a complete circuit. Those are just facts for you to know. 7% of your body weight is blood, and no wonder we are told all the time, let's hydrate, let's hydrate. Let's take our 8 glasses of water. And of course, an average adult body contains about 4 to 6 liters of blood. That's about 2 to 3 large soda bottles. And the average lifespan of one blood cell is 120 days. And of course, it is amazing. It is good if you can donate blood. It saves life. 1 point of blood can actually save 4 lives. All right. And it, of course, for the Native Americans, when they were using it for paint, blood was a very good stain because I suppose it doesn't clean out easily. The lining of your stomach, again, is replaced once a week. Imagine that. If it didn't do that, it would literally digest itself. So the body is an amazing, amazing, amazing machine. And of course, that is a cell that is being attacked by free radicals. Just look at how it ends up looking like. And it's getting it from everywhere. Your cell membrane damage. That's how it looks like. All right, those are just facts for you to know. And that's a cell with all its various, how it's made, it looks like on the inside. You can go and Google more. This is just for you, to have an idea. And what then is the solution? What is the solution? And the solution is eating properly. There's a healthy way of eating where you can look at that pyramid. You can see at the bottom, it is paramount that we do daily exercise and weight control. That is the first thing. When you wake up, are you stretching? Are you running? Even if it's just for 15 minutes or taking a walk, please do that, because then you will have a healthy body, strong bones. And as you get older, you do need your bones to be healthy. Otherwise, you will invite other conditions. When you look at the next level, you can see that we are encouraged to eat lots of vegetables and fruits, healthy fats and oils, and whole grains. And a whole grain is the grain that has not been processed, If you take an example of the maize, for example, because that's what we are familiar with here in Africa, we are talking about like eating the whole maize, the husk, the germ, and the starch inside. That is a whole grain. The wheat, you eat everything. And that's how, if you look at the pyramid, that's the place of importance starts from the bottom. And then the next level, you eat as directed there. And of course, as it continues going, becoming smaller, you can see we're encouraged to eat some nuts, seeds, and beans, but smaller amounts, fish and poultry, smaller, and look at the dairy, the next part of the triangle. We can eat dairy products, 1 to 2 servings a day, or vitamin D, calcium supplements. So take your milk, don't take it too much, your cheese and all. And of course, the last part of the triangle, the meat. You can see the meat there, the red meat and the butters. Just eat, small portions, not too much. If we lived like this, let me tell you, would be very healthy. So that is the contents that are found, or the nutrients that are found in the beef liver, just for your information. But this part I like talking about because the recommended daily protein intake, depending on your, for an average weight, if you look at 14 to 18 years, if you're a male, per week, you're supposed to take daily, per day, 65 grams of protein, 65 grams. When you're 17 and above, 81 grams. What about the females? 14 to 18 years, 45 grams. 19 to 70, 46. But what do? We eat sometimes a lot more than that. So what exactly do we need? We need proper nutrition. We need to exercise. We need, of course, water is life. We need to be exposed to the sunlight, because it's amazing that nowadays you're finding, here in Africa, that people are having a deficiency of vitamin D because we are spending more time in the houses. We are working from home. We need to be exposed to the sunlight. We need to have a good temperance. Don't keep getting, carrying stress with you. Proper air, sorry. And of course, rest. We are not sleeping enough because of the stress, maybe, and many other conditions. We are not sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours a day. And most of all, trust in God. Of course, that is how I'd love to see my plate, filled up with all those fruits and vegetables. And your body is your most priceless thing, honestly. Take care of it. Nothing can be as equal as your body. The pharmaceutical industry, just for your knowledge, does not create cures. It creates customers. Just know that. And the doctor of the future, as said by Thomas Edison, will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will care and prevent disease with nutrition. So nutrition is paramount. It is important. And at this point, I introduce to you AG Sera, our product, and it is written below there, nature's gift for optimum health. So we'll see, is that really true? And AG Sera is one of our products, one of our main products, and that is what I'm going to be talking about today. I'll give you just a few examples of our product. So AG Sera has 8 ingredients, all right? Curcumin, Sakura, Gymnema sylvester, white olive, whole wheat, pomegranate, white peach, and mixed berries. That is AG Sera. And AG Sera, as I said earlier, you can see somewhere where there's whole wheat, the lower part of the ingredients. So within whole wheat, there's an ingredient known as ceramicides. Ceramicides is derived from whole wheat when the wheat is young, before it fully matures. Because when the wheat matures, it forms something known as gluten. Gluten is very addictive. It is very sweet. It is what gives your dough, when you're kneading your dough for chapatis or whatever, it gives it the elasticity, But then it is addictive. It spikes you. It does spike your sugar levels. It will help increase your weight and all that. And so to avoid those negative effects, the company has derived the ceramicides from whole wheat before the wheat matures. Why is it important? Your skin, between your skin, we have the dermis and the epidermis, if you can remember your biology. In between, there's a protein there known as ceramides. Ceramides help to lock in moisture. It's very important for your skin to have moisture. For your body to function well, you must have moisture. And that's why you encourage all the time, please take water, please drink water, because your body does need that too. Your cells need that. So what are the benefits of ceramicides? Because as we get older, the ceramides, that enzyme that is in between your skin starts, depleting. It starts depleting. And before you know it, you're starting to have issues with your skin and, of course, with your health. So when you take our product with ceramicides, it comes to add on to that ceramide. And what does it do? It improves the health of your skin. Remember that your skin is the largest organ that we have. So it improves the health of your skin cells. It will help create a barrier to prevent moisture from leaving your skin because your body is looking for that moisture. It prevents dryness and irritation by locking moisture. Everything is about moisture into your skin. It protects your skin from environmental damage. Remember the sun rays and everything that is around us, all those pollutants. And it protects your skin from allergies and infection-causing germs like bacteria and fungi. And of course, you can see factors causing loss of skin elasticity. Number one is aging. Remember when I talked about as you get old, to 25, you start noticing a difference because of the ceramides. Of course, diet and nutrition will cause skin elasticity. Too much exposure to the sun, pregnancy, sudden increase or decrease of body weight, smoking, stress and anxiety, not consuming a lot of water, hormonal changes, and lack of sleep. My friends, let us mute ourselves. Could we mute ourselves? We meeting ourselves?
Lucy, you can mute them from your side.
Yes, I muted them. Please mute yourself. Is that okay? Thank you very much. Okay, I hope we are going to be fine now. Sorry about that. So that is about ceramosites. Sorry. And now we come to sakura extract. This is a shrub. It's the next one of our ingredients in Agicera. It is a shrub, and the English name of sakura actually is called sakura extract. Is the cherry blossom. That's the English name, in case you come across it. And this is a plant that contains extracts, with lots of benefits to the skin. Again, we are addressing the skin. Remember, it's the largest organ. Very rich in vitamin C. It repairs damaged skin. Very rich in fatty acids that help to repair the skin and its natural barriers. It contains skin brightening properties, not bleaching, please. Brightening. When you clean your insides, when your cells are, they are operating well, when the toxins are being flushed out of your system, you will notice that your skin will be brightening. So it also helps control inflammation, combat signs of aging, aids with hyperpigmentation. I love this because I have seen what it has done to a friend of mine. She was suffering from vitiligo. I think that's a skin condition where you lose the pigmentation of your skin and you have patches. You're white in some areas and then your natural color. And through the use of our product, it helped her regain back her pigmentation. That is amazing. And of course, it regenerates the skin. Next is Hytolive. Hytolive extract. Again, this is derived from the olive plant. It's derived from the olive fruit, not the leaf. And it has high levels of natural hydroxysterol. I know I'm pronouncing that a bit strange, but you can also help me pronounce it properly. Sorry. Sorry about that. I think I went too fast. How am I going? I'm sorry about that. Yeah, hydroxysterol. This has natural levels of that. Please go and Google what that does. But in short, I will tell you. It causes a condition or something known as apoptosis. Go and Google. And that I realized when I was researching, because I took my time to research this product. In short, it was saying that it makes cancer cells commit suicide. And that is just amazing. Remember, as I'm talking about this product, I'm talking about cells because we are made up of cells, many cells put together. And these cells form tissue. This is the flesh that you're carrying, and that forms organs. And all these organs have a system that runs them, and that forms the body that you're carrying. And so when you get sick, where does sickness attack? Sickness attacks the cell. And so we are addressing the cells, and we are talking about fruits and vegetables because they have high levels of vitamins. And when you take our product, you know, amazing things start happening. And as we go along, we shall see. Now, the HytoLift also improves the heart health, blood flow. It improves joints. So people with issues with the joints, it fights chronic inflammation and oxidation. Of course, it's amazing for the skin, and it's anti-aging, protects you against the UV rays and all that. So that is the HytoLift. Next is curcumin. Curcumin is the active ingredient found in turmeric. And turmeric, or rather curcumin, has over 200 benefits. Please go and research more on that. It's a natural anti-inflammatory compound, a natural antibiotic, natural painkiller. It can increase antioxidant capacity of your body. Antioxidants are compounds that you produce in your body, and you get the rest from your fruits and vegetables. And in short, you know, I like simplifying it as as much as possible. They help flush out toxins from your body, from your cells, and increase your immunity. That is what antioxidants do. So when I say it has antioxidant capacity, you can understand what else it's doing. And of course, I talked a little bit anti-inflammatory there. Inflammation is good when, it can be good and bad. Good, when you cut yourself, for example, you notice where the wound is, it swells a bit. That is good because it protects that area from bacteria entering and germs and all that. So that is good. But when it's bad, it comes with a lot of inflammatory diseases, the cancers, the diabetes, the arthritis, and blood pressure. So when we say something is anti-inflammatory, it's working against that. It's helping you with those conditions, right? It can also boost your brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a very hard sentence there, or rather word there, but it's good for the brain. It may lower risk of heart disease, will prevent cancer, very good in treating Alzheimer's disease, can help with that. Arthritis patients respond very well to curcumin, and of course it promotes an amazing radiant skin. We have the next ingredient there known as Gymnema sylvestre. This is a shrub commonly found in India, Africa, not Kenya, unfortunately, and Australia. Many, many amazing benefits. Actually, in India, it's known as the destroyer of sugar, or sugar destroyer. And how does it work? It reduces sugar craving. This is such a beneficial ingredient, especially for those who may be having diabetes, because when you take our product with Gymnema sylvestre, it works on your sugar cravings, more so for the diabetic patient. And it does that by making sweet food taste and even, less appealing. Because I realized when someone's sugar levels are very high, the diabetic, you find that's when they really are craving the sugar. And when they take our product, it helps to reduce that sugar craving and thereby lowering the blood sugar levels, which is a positive thing. It contributes to favorable insulin levels by increasing insulin production, and it also will improve your cholesterol levels, thereby reducing heart disease, risk to heart disease. It aids with weight loss. It helps reduce inflammation in your body. Amazing due to those components there. We have white peach benefits. We do have white peach in our product, and peaches have thought to have originated from China more than 8,000 years ago. I've seen a few peaches here in Limuru. We do farm some, and they are packed with lots of nutrients and vitamins and antioxidants. A lot of fiber is found there. So they are very good for your digestion. Amazing for people who have all manner of digestive issues, will improve that, gas, acid, and all that. Constipation, it will help. It will improve your heart health, protect your skin, prevent certain types of cancer. Remember, it's very rich in vitamins, reduce allergy symptoms. Amazing. I love this ingredient in our Aegis Era because I used to have lots of allergies. By now, if I was doing this presentation before Ejisera, I would be very, very blocked. You know, you would be able to sense that my chest is not very okay. But today, I thank the Lord, I'm not even wearing a jersey and all is fine with me. It's very good for treating gut disorders. Pomegranate, an amazing fruit, actually rated as one of the healthiest fruits in the world. You know, if you notice, as I go through the benefits, there are so many benefits. Where I come from in Ukambani, we give these fruits. We no longer eat them. I remember eating them when I was very young, but we no longer seem to want them. We seem to have lost, you know, knowledge about how beneficial they are. We give them to our cows and chickens, and so there they go, you know, getting fruits that are highly packed with nutrients, rich in antioxidants. They help keep inflammation at bay, so amazing for even people with arthritis and joint issues, have anti-cancer properties, very good for the heart, supports your urinary health, you know, antimicrobial properties, and of course, amazing when you're doing exercise. They help you with the endurance, good for the brain, supports digestive health, and amazing for libido, you know, and of course, they lower blood pressure. And imagine we give them to the cows and chickens. I don't know about from your place, you know, but in Ukambani, where I come from, yeah, that's what we're doing with them. Now, mixed berries, we have 4 kinds of berries here. We have elderberry, blueberry, raspberry, and blackberries. And these are popular superfoods. Amazing, very rich with vitamin A, vitamin B, is good for your eyesight, loaded with antioxidants, will improve, you know, help improve blood sugar and, you know, blood sugar and insulin response. Amazing for your digestion because they are high in fiber and they provide many nutrients. They help fight inflammation. Imagine, they help lower cholesterol levels, very good for your skin. And because of the fiber, so your digestion is very good, so you're detoxifying nicely, help protect against cancer, and they keep your arteries healthy. So now, all those ingredients are found in the Ejisera. And Ejisera is known as an antioxidant. I've mentioned that word, and an anti-inflammatory. Very high in vitamins. And when you take our product, it goes to, you know, I'll talk to you a little bit how it is taken, but it goes straight to your cell because it is formulated for the cell. It is made for the cell. Remember, I told you earlier, when you're unwell, which part of your body is actually being attacked by disease? And your body is made up of cells that form tissues, that form organs, that form the systems, and that form the body that you carry. Disease attacks the cell. And so if disease is attacking the cell, then it is very important to take care of the cell. What does the cell require? The cell requires proper nutrition, you know, enough nutrition. As you can see earlier on when I was talking about, there's a lot that is working against the cell. We are either not eating right, we're not sleeping well, and all that, you know, creates a gap. And that gap will lead to disease because you're not giving your cell what it requires. But when you take our product with Ejisera, that is Ejisera, Ejisera goes in and gives your cell what it requires, which is what? Vitamins. And vitamins raise your immunity. They help with flushing out toxins. And you find that your cell now gets strong. It's able to repair itself. It's able to restore itself, to rejuvenate, to replicate, and replace itself. This is an amazing, amazing product. How do you take it? You can see there's an open mouth there. First of all, it's packed in a sachet like what you're seeing there. A box of Ejisera has 14 sachets. And inside each sachet, there are all the 8 ingredients. It is packed according to our daily requirement, which is 3,000 milligrams. Now, it is recommended that you can take 1 to 2 Ejiseras in a day. And so I'm assuming that we start taking it in the morning, for example. So you wake up early in the morning and there's a place you can tear that Ejisera, one of the Ejisera. Please pour the contents under your tongue. This is formulated for the cell, and the fastest way it can get into your cells is under the tongue. So that is where you get best results when you put the product under the tongue. When you pour the contents under the tongue, please make sure you're seated upright. Try not to bend and talk and make a lot of movement because that will make your saliva to be produced a lot in your mouth, and then you'll be forced to swallow the product. but we do not want you to swallow it. Please try your best not to swallow it. Not that it's going to harm you in any way, but you know, sometimes maybe your issues are in your digestion, your stomach, and maybe there will not be proper absorption at that point. And because it's formulated for the cell, the best way it can get to the cell is through you know, the sublingual glands or the salivary glands. So once you put the contents under your mouth, please close your mouth, try to sit still enough, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, up to 30 minutes. And how you will know that it has dissolved is that you will stop tasting the sweetness that is in it. And that sweetness is not any added sugar. It is just the natural sugar from the fruits and vegetables I was talking about. So let it dissolve. And once it has dissolved, you will know it has dissolved because you'll no longer taste that. Now you can start talking. If you want to talk, you can make all your movements that you want to do. Give yourself 10 minutes. Of course, take a glass of water. It helps with, you know, with your digestive system. And then maybe after 20 minutes, you can have your breakfast. And please, if you're on medication, I must emphasize on this. I am not a doctor. I am just a person very interested in health matters. So I have made it my business to learn more about nutrition. So because I am not a doctor, I cannot prescribe or tell you to stop taking your medication. And this is food. We have been talking about food. So please, if you're on medication and you need to take your medication after breakfast, please make sure after breakfast, please take your medication. If there's medication that you need to take before breakfast, at the point at which you're taking water, this is after the AG Sera has dissolved, and now you're taking water, please take your medication as prescribed by the doctor, and keep taking your medication throughout the day as prescribed by the doctor. The doctor, on seeing if you're improving, will do the necessary. They will reduce the dosage or stop it, depending on how you're faring on. So please do not stop taking your medication. Anyone can take AG Sera. It is not for the sick. We were just giving examples of what it can do should you have certain conditions, but it's for me and you, even the healthy person, just to protect you against all those diseases. All right. And the advantages of taking AG Sera sublingually are what? Faster absorption. Actually, you will give us a testimony. Even one AG Sera, you can give us a testimony. You avoid, you know, other effects, quick termination, you self-administer yourself. You don't need anyone to help you. No waiting, no roadblocks, just right into the blood and for it to do its job. So that's AG Sera. I know next there you can see AG Brock. AG Brock, which I will introduce in the next slide, is also taken the same way like AG Sera, 1 to 2 sachets a day. That's AG Brock. I'm not going to say much about this. I'll just give you 1 or 2 pointers. Maybe before I go there, I think I mentioned that AG Sera is an antioxidant as well as an anti-inflammatory. Now, AG Brock is one of our products, and this, in short, is known as immunity enhancer. It comes to add on to the immunity as you take AG Sera, and a detox. It has more, you know, detoxing benefits. And of course, you can see there very quickly, it will strengthen your defensive system, enhance, rejuvenate, fight viruses, very good for healing wounds, strengthen your vision, very good for fighting cellular mutation and your nervous system. It will fight the bacteria and much, much more. All right. Also taken 1 sachet a day, 1 to 2 sachets, just like the AG Sera. We have another product known as AG Fibery. This is a detox. It is purely a detox. It has all the enzymes that are required, that your body requires for you to have proper digestion. Very good for people even who are lactose intolerant. If you take 1 sachet in a glass of water, 100 to 150 ml of water, if you are lactose intolerant, you will be able to digest your milk, you know, but it has to be taken before that. But otherwise, anyone who's, you know, it helps in detoxing you, very good for weight loss, you know, helps to balance your ideal body weight, helps with acidity, even H. pylori there, hemorrhoids, all the issues, you know, dealing with your digestion, your gut. Very, very good for good gut, amazing for your heart. And of course, it helps you reduce the risk of cancer because it's going to help you have proper bowel movement. So again, as I said, 1 sachet in 100 to 150 ml of water. Please take it at the end of the day. If you're having your dinner, let's say by 7, after dinner, please take your AG Fibery, drink it. It's amazing. It's filled up with all the tropical fruits and a lot of fiber and the enzymes. And then give yourself 8 hours. So take it in the evening because it will be working throughout the night. And I know between 8 hours to maybe 3 days, you will have amazing results to come and tell us. That we shall wait to hear your testimony. We have AG Rosy. AG Rosy is another product of ours, very amazing for the women. You can see there's a woman there. It doesn't mean that men cannot take it. Yes, they can take it, but when it comes, because it's very good when it's working with women because of their hormones. It helps to strengthen the uterus lining. So those are some of the benefits. It improves ovary health. Very good in strengthening the vaginal muscles, as you can see, hormone imbalance, shrinks fibroids. Those are issues that women tend to have. So if you're having issues with fibroids, please try our AG Rosy with the AG Sarah and the cyst. You'll be amazed. It unblocks fallopian tubes. All this it may do, remember. And of course, it will help reduce fat accumulation around your waist and hips. Very good in clearing candida. We may not have talking about your hair, amazing. It doesn't mean that men cannot take. Of course, it has lots of more other benefits than what I'm mentioning, but I'm just mentioning what is specific to women. We do have something for the men, don't worry. So here you take 1 sachet in 100 to 150 ml of water. You can take it in the morning after your AG Sarah and just enjoy yourself. Amazing, amazing ingredient, product. And we have not forgotten the men, as I have promised. We do have a coffee known as AG Mex. No caffeine in it. Very, very amazing for men. Now, it doesn't mean the women cannot take it, but when it comes to the male, body, the hormones within the men, it really has amazing benefits for them. Of course, you can see one of them there is improving in sexual performance, promotes endurance and muscle recovery rate, increases sperm count for the men. It's a prostate health. It will improve your urinary tract function. Of course, it will boost your testosterone level, levels, and so much more, issues that concern men, especially when the prostate gland is growing, enlarges. There's that dribbling of urine, and this will help by taking care of that prostate gland, and a lot more. So women can also take it. I love it because it's a coffee. It helps reduce anxiety. You see, that we share anxiety and depression, and good for cognitive function. So there are benefits to all sexes. But when it comes to the men, that's what it does, a lot more than that. So 1 sachet in a cup of hot water and just enjoy the coffee. It is amazing. It is amazing. We do have another coffee known as butterscotch coffee that has 3 ingredients. Ginkgo biloba, very good for the sexual performance and all that, the reproductive system, anxiety and all that, cognitive function. I won't go into a lot of detail. Rich in omega-3, the benefits of omega-3 to the heart, to your side, to, joints and all that. And of course, it has stevia, the natural sugar, which is amazing even for the diabetes because it controls the diabetes. It helps in weight loss and a lot more, as you can see there. Again, 1 sachet in a glass, in a cup of hot water, and enjoy. It's also a coffee, right? And we have not forgotten the children. We do have a product for them. Although our first product, the AG Sarah, they can take it, but we do have something specific for the children. So these are gummies. They take 2 gummies a day, and please hide the rest from everybody because even you might be tempted to take them. They're very nice. And of course, you can see the benefits there to the heart, to the bone and joint, to their eyesight, to the brain function, the digestive, the skin, helping them boost their immunity, and a lot more. So 2 gummies a day. We do have a skincare. I won't go into create too much into this because it has just come into the country, but just know that we have a cleanser as shown there, very good for your skin. All skin types, tafadhali, it's very good for that, and for both male and female, anyone can use this. We have a cleanser, we have a serum, we have a moisturizer, and of course we have a face mist. So that is it about our presentation. I'm very glad that you have listened to me. And at this point, I want to, I think I want to, I don't know whether to finish by telling you how much, or I call somebody to give us a testimony. Maybe I can just mention very quickly, and then please don't log out. I just want you to hear 1 or 2 testimonies from anyone who has used the product. So how can you get these products? How can you get them? You can get them from our offices. We have an office in Githurai. We have another one in Manyanja. So people within Donholm, anyone around the Thika Road, it's very easy to get these products. And of course, they can be delivered to you where you are. We have 3 ways that you can be able to get these products. You can come in and get them in 3 ways. We have a package where you can come in and open an account with us. And if you were to pay 13,800, you will get 2 boxes of AG Sarah or 2 boxes of AG Brock. Remember, I talked about the AG Brock after the AG Sarah, or 1 box of AG Sarah and 1 box of AG Brock for 13,800. You can also come in and get a package that is known as a premium, and it has 8 boxes of AG Sarah or AG Brock or a combination, and it goes for 55,200. The price is still the same per one, but in this case, you're getting 8 boxes at 55, and at 13, you're getting 2 boxes. And we have the last package that goes for 165,600. Here, you're going to get 24 boxes, either of AG Sarah or AG Brock or a combination. So those are the 3 ways that we can be able to come in and purchase our products and just come in and you know, find come in and be able to you know, use our products, take our products and see whether you can get any benefits. So at this point, I want to invite 1 or 2 people, please, to give us a testimony. I don't know, are you able to unmute yourself, anybody? Or have I muted you completely? Are you able to unmute yourself? Anyone? Or should I unmute yours? Are you able to respond to me, or you can't? You can unmute yourself. So at this point, I want to invite anyone, please, who has used AG Sarah. I think it would be beneficial to our guests to, you know, just hear testimony and to hear from other people other than myself. So karibuni sana, please, anyone, unmute yourself. I don't want to call anybody because this is a personal, you know, it's a personal testimony. Karibuni.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Grace.
Please, can you also, is it possible for you to put your video on? Is it possible?
Sorry? Sorry?
Can you put your video on? Can you put your video on as well? Is it possible for us to see you?
Yeah.
Okay, please put your video on.
Can you see me?
Not yet.
We can just hear you.
We can
Can
hear
you see me?
Not yet. We can, yeah, we can just hear you, but
Can you see me now?
no,
No.
not
Yes.
really.
You are gone.
It's okay. It's okay, Grace. Please go on. Please just go right ahead with your testimony.
Okay, okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Grace
Good
Boro.
evening.
I'm Grace Boro. I'm born again. I am a beneficiary of these wonderful products because I used to suffer from arthritis for quite a long time. But since I used the products, I am good. I thank God. The arthritis is gone. I am also a beneficiary of the product, for I had vitiligo for over 10 years, but right now I'm cured. Even you can see my face, those who can see me, I'm healed and I'm
Yes, I'd
cured,
love to see your face.
and I thank God.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, and God
Grace.
bless you so much.
Asante sana. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else who would like to give a testimony? You're welcome to give a testimony, just so that we can have two, and then we can give room for a question or two as we wind up. Please let's mute ourselves for if you're not giving us a testimony, but I would love to hear another testimony if possible. Is there anybody else who can give us a testimony? Okay. As we wait for someone to give us a testimony, if there's any question, or is there someone, please, you can unmute yourself and give us a testimony. Let me not unmute anyone. At this point, we can also give room to 1 or 2 questions or observations from our guests. We could probably take in 1 or 2 questions. If there's anyone with a concern, you're welcome. No question? As we wait for anyone who can unmute themselves and give us a testimony.
Hello, thank you, Lucy.
Thank you very much.
That was a very informative presentation. It was very nice. I believe our guests have gotten a lot of information, and information is power. My name is Charity Kamau, and I was a patient of blood pressure for 10 years. And I also had suffered nerves for 18 years. Many of my friends know that. I was in and out of hospital. And let me just say that initially when I saw Aegicera, I saw it on Facebook. And I didn't know that the company existed in the country. And I bought it and I used it. And it actually worked on something I was suffering, that was depression. I had some challenges. I was out of the country and things did not go very well. And so by the time I came back, I had a bit of depression. But to my surprise, when I used Aegicera, I found that it took very few days to clear my brain, to clear my mind. I was back to my normal. And then I realized that my blood pressure, I normally take my blood pressure on a daily basis. I noticed that it was normalizing. And then to my surprise, I realized that I actually never could stand for too long, and I had one of my nerves that doctors call L4, and it used to make my right side very numb. And let me say, for the 18 years, I was in and out of hospital. I had been hospitalized like 6 times. I've traveled to India. I've been admitted there. And in India, I went through an operation they called the ozone treatment. And I left India with a number of belts and some back supports. And I used to travel with a certain special seat because I couldn't stand for too long. And let me say that after those 18 years and using of Aegicera, the very, very first box, I can now share that I have 4 good years that I've really not been on any painkillers. After having lived on diclofenac, on painkillers, in and out of hospital, physiotherapy, hydrotherapy, chiropractors, it reached a point I couldn't even jog. I now can jog, I walk, I stand for 15 hours. And let me say that over time, after getting better, I decided to do a bit of research about Aegicera. And I realized that, as Lucy, you've put it very well, it's normally the cell that is attacked by disease. And if you can't be able to restore it, rejuvenate it, repair the cell, replace it and replicate it, it is possible to be able to get back to your health. And I learned that it's normally when the cell is attacked, I learned that it creates a nutritional gap that really cannot be cured or healed by medicine. And therefore, it is very advisable that today, supplements are no longer, they're not luxuries. They're not for the rich. We've got to understand that we are what we eat. And that bridge, it can never be repaired or it cannot be cured by medication. Because I want to believe that our doctors don't learn about nutrition. They study medicine. And mostly what medicine is able to do is to suppress and manage. and no wonder we die on medication. So we are, personally, I'm a testimony, I'm on campaign, trying to tell our friends, our relatives that times have come that we have to invest in our health because it's our greatest wealth. And I think the most I would say is that let's not be ignorant. Let's lead. Today there's so much that we can learn from internet. Let's find out what are these ingredients all about. Because if we can be able to assist our doctors, be on medication but take our supplements and be able to replace back what the body has lost, I think there's no disease that is not curable. And most of the times, Lucy, I like making fun and tell people that animals do not suffer diseases that we suffer. Because to date, the fast you've given us tells us that they still eat what God created them to be eating. So if we can also go back to Mother Nature, I want to believe we can be able to enjoy better health for longer, and we can keep away medication, because even Panadol is toxic to our cell. I think that's what I would want to share today, Lucy. I appreciate and thank you very much. And I would request that give us, make this very regular. I think a lot of awareness will make a difference in our society. Thank you very much, and good night to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Wow.
Charity. God bless you. And there was a question that was asked here, and I see it was answered. Thank you very much. We do take a Gisera fasting in the morning. Asante sana. Any other comment or question before we wind off? Because I can see it is 9:11 and we promised to keep it to about an hour. Any other question? Okay.
Yes, Lucy, maybe someone somewhere is asking, maybe they are outside Kenya and they would want to have the product. Maybe I would want you to tell us more, how can they reach the product if they are outside the country?
Exactly.
Okay. Can I ask Madam Charity? Are you still with us?
Lucy, yes, I am Lucy.
Please, can you take that question? If the product, if the client outside the country, how can they get the product?
We only need to know the country they are at. There are some countries that we have stockists. Once he tells us where he is, we'll be able to organize that for him. In countries where we do not have stockists, we can be able to deliver the products to them using our headquarters that is in Malaysia.
Thank you very
Otherwise,
much.
products can be taken to any country. Today we are in about 40 countries in the world, so that is not a problem.
Thank you very much. I hope that answers the question. I can see another question here. How long was Grace suffering from arthritis, as well as how long did she take a Gisera? Grace, are you still with us here? Can you be able to answer this question, Grace? Let me see if Grace is still with us.
Yes.
Yes, there's a question here asking how long, are you suffering from arthritis, and how long did you take a Gisera to get cured or to feel better?
Yeah. I want to thank God because for the last over 40 years, I had been ailing from arthritis. But on the way, as I continued to take the medication, that is when I developed the vitiligo. So vitiligo, I fought it for more than 10 years. But right now, you can see my face. I'm clear. Thank you.
Amazing. And how long did you take a Gisera? Because that is another question they were asking. Or do you still take a Gisera? Yes, to see the result.
Yes, I still take my Gisera because I need to restore my cells, to rejuvenate, to repair, and to replicate, and to replace. What I came to know is that even if I don't take the Gisera, I am at risk of getting other illnesses. So I take a Gisera whether I'm sick or not. And by the way, when I take the Gisera, I take it because I know it is for my prevention, for my body. And please, there's a question I don't want to answer directly. It depends on your immune system. When you are taking our products, it depends on your immunity. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Yes, everybody responds differently. Depends on
Yeah.
your immunity, where the product is finding you. So our results can be very different in terms of how one gets the benefits. Some people may get their benefits, as fast as, as possible. Others can take a little bit longer, but for sure, there will be benefits. You will actually be the one to give us a testimony. Yes. Any other observation or question? Right. If there's no other question, then I want to thank you all for making the time to be here. We are very grateful. We thank you, because we are here for you and you come for us. So asante sana. We purpose to be having this presentation every Wednesday so that you can understand more about the product. You're welcome to join as many times as possible. You can also invite people. We'll always send out the link on time. So thank you for making the time. And please, all the guests that are here, or even new members, please remember to go back to the person who sent you the link, the person who invited you, and they will give you more information as to how you can get the products and more information about any more other trainings that we have, because we also have physical trainings in those offices I mentioned before. So asanteni sana. Unless there's another question or observation, I think we can call it night. So thank you so much. Is there a question before we leave? All right. Okay, thank you very much. Good night to everybody. God bless you.
Good night. Thank you very much.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
In an attempt to make the test of equivalence.